Hello Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Battle Stadium singles video here on iStarly TV. Today we're continuing my Road to Master series where I try to climb the online ranked Battle Stadium singles ladder. The season has also reset, so we are on March 1st now, and the season is brand new, which means we're not in Master Ball anymore. And also, it's the same exact rules for this month as the previous month, so Paradox Pokemon still allowed, no new Pokemon allowed, no other Pokemon allowed. However, they did announce the following rule set will take place starting in April, and that rule set will now allow the 4 legendary Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. So the Legends of Ruin, I think they're called, like the Qianpao, the Chi-Yu, the Goldfish, the 4 Dark type legendary Pokemon. So that'll be exciting, that'll mix things up. Unfortunately, I think those are the only new additions to the new rule set. But anyways, let's get right to this team. We'll talk about that in another video. This team, as you can tell, is a really interesting, really unique team. I found it on the Smogon forums by the user Can't Say, who I believe is one of the, or at least was one of the kind of, from what I understand, like people who had a lot to do with the Battle Stadium singles section of Smogon. So he was a really kind of prominent singles battler, and I think he streamed a lot as well in Sword and Shield. I used to watch his streams all the time in Sword and Shield. To my knowledge, he hasn't streamed Scarlet and Violet battling, from what I can tell, but anyways, he made this team. And of course, as you can tell, it's a very gimmicky team, but I think he had a lot of success with it. So it is Baton Pass with Drfiblim. So the goal here is to Baton Pass a bunch of minimized boosts to Cacturne. And Cacturne then can sweep with Power Trip, which is basically like the physical version of stored power. So for every boost it has, it gets the power of Power Trip gets boosted. So personally, I love Cacturne so much. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. Honestly, it's one of my top 5 favorite Pokemon of all time. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I sometimes go by the username Scarecrow, just because I've always really thought Scarecrows were cool for some reason, and of course Cacturne is a Scarecrow, so I just love it. So any option, any ability for me to get Cacturne for me to use Cacturne, sorry, is something I'm gonna take, definitely. And then we have Goldango for basically hazing Pokemon, or rather, phasing Pokemon, like Pokemon that use Roar or Whirlwind. We've got Garganacl, which is a great counter to Skeledirge, which is a Pokemon that can give this team a lot of trouble. We also have Pincurchin to set up the Electric Terrain, which is an important part of the team as well. And then finally, we have Iron Thorns, which is another good sweeper, but also a good Baton Pass target with the Terra Bug and Pin Missile and Loaded Dice, so it can do a lot of damage. So we're gonna try this out. I like the team a lot. Obviously Hacks is gonna be involved because we're using Drfiblim setting up a bunch of minimizes. And so there's gonna be a lot of annoying games. There will be some games that I win that feel really unfair and really annoying, but I did want to try this team out because it looked cool. So let's see how it goes. All right, new season, new rank reset, not new rules, but my opponent's team has some interesting Pokemon. They do have Palafin. Honestly, I'm gonna say I don't think they have that many threats. They do have Indeedee, which of course can change the terrain, but if we can get up Pincurchin, Pincurchin can actually get up its terrain. Like, all we need to do is switch into Drfiblim in the electric terrain to get the electric seed going. So I think that's going to be fine. I actually think we are going to try to win with the combo here with setting up electric terrain on turn 1, eventually going into Drfiblim to get that electric seed and Unburden going, start setting up minimizes, and then Baton Pass into Cacturne. One Pokemon that is kind of annoying for setup Pokemon is Breloom. However, with electric terrain, Breloom will not be able to put my Pokemon to sleep. And also, if they get up Psychic terrain, Breloom can actually not use Mach Punch. So a few things to consider there. And Drifblim's Terra Fighting as well, so that covers some of its weaknesses, and I think that's just kind of what we're going to do here. Of course, one misplay on my part can cost me the battle, because this team is very, how do I say it, like linear in a way. Like, we are only focused on doing one thing, and if we can't execute that one thing, then we kind of just lose straight up. So we have to be smart. Oh, this is a new background. I wonder what triggered this. That's cool. I'm really excited for this. Maybe that was with the new season. I'll take it. I'm excited for this. I really loved in in Sword and Shield when we could change the battle background with our trainer cards. So that was something I was disappointed didn't come back in Scarlet and Violet. It might be back now though, who knows? Anyways, I'm gonna go for Discharge turn 1. They might have Taunt. It's possible they're gonna taunt me here. Usually Lead, Annihilate either goes for like Taunt, or it might have like Fling with Light Ball, which doesn't matter to me. And then also they might have Final Gambit. Those are usually the things that Lead Annihilate tries to do. And I kind of don't care about any of those. And I did kind of predict the Taunt. I do go for the Discharge. And I do get the Paralyze here, which is perfect. So I'm gonna use this actually as an opportunity to go right into Drfiblim now. Looks like they have leftovers. I was worried for a second that they would have Lumberry, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go into Drfiblim now. This might actually be a little bit of a misplay on my part. Oh, are they going into Indeedee? If they go Indeedee here, that's actually really awkward. Okay, they don't. Perfect. Okay. So this works out decently for me, I think. I guess one thing I could be worried about with Garchomp is Dragon Tail, which honestly is something I might have to worry about. If I'm being honest, I don't remember if Sub ignores Dragon Tail. Like if I get up a substitute, I'm not sure if Dragon Tail can still phase me out. We're gonna see though. I'm just gonna set up a Minimize, kind of see what happens. If they do Dragon Tail me though, honestly, that could be really bad. But Dragon Tail does have kind of low accuracy. They just go Rock Tomb, which is kind of smart on their part because it's gonna lower my speed. But yeah, let's go ahead and keep going with the Minimizes here. Eventually I can also Terrastalize. They're never gonna want to, wow, they're hitting all of these. They're never going to want to Earthquake me because of my typing. So now I kind of think I have to just Terrastalize. By the way, something to keep in mind is Minimize boosts my evasion by 2, not by 1. So it's kind of even crazier that they hit both of those Rock Tombs. So one big reason I'm doing this right now is to take a lot less damage from the Rock Tombs. I'm also going to want to get up a substitute pretty soon as well so I can Baton Pass into Cacturne. But Cacturne is going to save the speed drops from Rock Tomb. What is going on? Are you serious? Okay, well, luckily for me, I lived because of the, what's it called? Because of the defense boost, but they are gonna miss Outrage now, which is great. I mean, I'm at +6 evasion and my opponent hit all of their moves. I mean, I'm gonna try not to complain too much in this video because I'm doing something that's really dumb. Like I'm doing something that's like, not unfair, but it's at least like something that is, kind of not fun to play against for my opponents. So I'm going to try not to be like a, a negative person in that sense. But it is just funny that, their inaccurate Rock Tombs hit every single time. So they go Outrage. I'm just going to go ahead and set up a sub now. And then I'm going to use this opportunity to probably just go ahead and Swords Dance. I probably could just Power Trip now as well. And in fact, maybe I should. I guess I'm just going to Power Trip just to see how much it does. It's possible I kill them. Probably not, though, to be honest. Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to need a Swords Dance. Unfortunately, I do not have Sucker Punch. Yeah, I think I needed to Swords Dance there. But we're behind a sub, which is definitely really bad for my opponent. Because if they miss, it's just going to be even harder for them to break that sub. Okay, so we get to Power Trip whatever comes in, which I think is good for us as well. A Swords Dance still would have been nice there, but they do go Breloom, and importantly, once again, Electric Terrain is still up, so they can't. Well, actually, they can't Spore us anyway because we're a Grass type. Sorry. All right, pretty awkward because once again, now we are going to have to hope that they miss twice, at least once. Hope that they miss it. They do hit. Wow. Okay. Well, we're getting up this Swords Dance, which means this Power Trip will kill. I could get a little greedy and just set up a sub. I actually think I might do that. Once again, we're at +6. I'm gonna get, again, this might be just too greedy, but we have to hope they miss it. I mean, if the thing is, if they don't, wow, that's game. Okay, I'm not sure I'll post this one because it's a really weird one, but I mean, we just got destroyed. But that kind of shows you, I know that I'm probably not playing this team optimally. The person who built this team probably has a lot of good strategies for how to encounter each situation, but I mean, we're at +6 defense. We shouldn't be we shouldn't be taking all those hits. Like, that's a lot of luck on my opponent's part. But like I said, I'm not going to complain too much. There's no way we can win that game. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, they hit all the moves that they needed to. Sorry, that was my controller. Anyways, yeah, let's do another one there. So that really shows, again, just how frail this team is. If you want to do the combo with, you know, passing all those boosts to Cacturne, you do need to bring Pincurchin, Drfiblim, and Cacturne. So it's like, if any of those Pokemon faints prematurely, or if any of the setup Pokemon faint prematurely, like, you know, it's GG basically. So let's go to the next. Hopefully we'll be smarter. Here has got some usual threats. I did read the person who made this team's post, and he said that one of the bigger threats to the team is Terra Ground Iron Bundle. So my opponent, of course, does have Iron Bundle on the team. There's a chance that it's Terra Ground, so that could be a big issue for us. I kind of feel like I still want to lead Pincurchin, though, just to get up that terrain. We actually really don't care if Pincurchin dies, so if they lead with Garchomp, that's actually kind of okay for us. One issue with Garchomp, though, is that it's possible my opponent has Dragon Tail on it, so if we try to start setting up with the Drfiblim, that can really throw a wrench in our plans. But beyond that, I kind of feel like I'm in an okay spot here, just kind of going for the typical combo. I mean, again, Iron Bundle might be a threat, but beyond that, you know, I kind of feel like we have a chance to handle everything decently well here. I'm just gonna go for it. It's the first game. Let's just see how this goes. I guess there's another argument to bringing Iron Thorns as well, just because it is a good Pokemon in general, and it looks like it can hit the opponent's team decently hard, but I'm just gonna go with those three that I said. I have a new trainer card there. Wow, that's so awkward. I need to change that. I didn't realize that it would be cutting off my Walking Wake's face. The new Pokemon. I have a new Pokemon, by the way. And they do lead Bundle, which is not that surprising. I'm also wearing this really hideous outfit because I I bought the DLC. I pre-purchased the DLC. I spent $35 on this outfit, and you can tell me whether you think that was worth it or not. So they're gonna get the Quark Drive, which is definitely pretty awkward, pretty funny. I wonder if I just go Memento right away. I'm tempted to set up spikes. I think I'm just gonna Memento here. They might Terra Ground. They go Freeze Dry. Okay, so they don't Terrastalize. So this is maybe awkward for us. They got the Speed Boost too. Honestly, we're off to a really awkward start here, potentially. We are lowering their special attack, but I do plan to go into Drfiblim here. And I actually think I'm going to be Terrastalizing. We get a defense boost with the electric seed, so that's kind of awkward. I think I'm going to Terrastalize just so I don't take super effective damage from their move, and then I can go ahead and set up a Minimize and just kind of hope that's enough to carry me, honestly. I'm just going to go for that. We also have the Terra Fighting, which will hit them super effectively if we ever decide to deal damage to them. But we are going to definitely be taking a hit from this Iron Bundle first, and if we've Terrastalized into a fighting type, then we won't be taking super effective damage from any of their moves, so we can at least survive whatever it is that they're going to try to do to us. They start with that Freeze Dry. Like I said, we also did lower their special attack, so they're in a pretty tough position. And again, unless they, I don't know, I guess they, you know what, another move that they could probably go for is maybe Taunt, but I kind of wonder if their choice specs. I'm going to set up a substitute, even though we're slower, just to... Okay, they do go Encore, which... Is Encore 100% accurate? I wonder. Because if it is... How many power points does Encore have? The thing about this team, and I did see in his post, he did mention this as well. They are switching, which is actually great for us. But he did mention that the games can go pretty long sometimes. So, you know, buckle up, I guess. You know, we're going to see how these games go. They do go into Garchomp, and they did switch again because, again, you know, that's great for me that they switched there because that lets me get up more Minimizes. I'm still locked into, I'm still locked into the Minimize with the Encore. So that's all I have to go for at this point. You know, we're at a really high, I'm capped out now. They go Swords Dance, which is definitely scary. The first chance I get, though, I will be going for the substitute. Okay, the Encore is over. That's perfect. Set up a sub here. If they break it, we're still alive. If they don't break it, then that's perfect for us. I just Baton Pass. And honestly, at that point, things are going to feel pretty good for us. Like, we're going to be in a pretty good position with Cacturne in the back to just be able to just come in and just, you know, get off a lot of damage. Pretty much dodge almost any hit my opponent can go for. I think we're going to be in a good spot. They opt to Terrasilize here now, though. Let's see what their type is. That is going to be Terra Poison, which is really interesting. But that doesn't make me any more afraid of them. Like, obviously, if they go ahead and break through my evasion boosts, then they're going to kill us, probably. But we're also at +1 defense, so maybe not. They go Poison. They do connect the Poison Jab, which is huge. This is interesting, though, because Fighting resists Poison, I think? Correct me if I'm wrong. No, never mind. I'm sorry. It's the other way around. Poison resists Fighting. Just going to keep going for sub until they miss. They did get a crit there, too, so it is possible. It is possible. No, they're at +2. Never mind. I was going to say it is possible that even if they hit another Poison Jab, that they actually don't break our sub, but I think that's not going to be the case. Now we get to go for the free Baton Pass into our Cacturne. Now, the awkward thing here is because we already Terrastalized with Drfiblim, we cannot Terrastalize with Cacturne to remove the Poison type weakness. So we just have to hope that they miss here again. And I think I'm just gonna get a little greedy here and set up a substitute. They do miss the Poison Jab, that's perfect. I'm sorry, not a substitute, a Swords Dance. I'm gonna go ahead and set up that Swords Dance now. And then I'm gonna start spamming. Oh no, they hit the Poison Jab. Oh no, everyone. Okay, well, I mean, if they hit 2 in a row, then that's how it goes, right? Anyways, I am just gonna go for the Power Trip now. And again, you know, there's absolutely a chance that my opponent hits another Poison Jab, even though we have maxed out evasion. Cacturne also has the Wiki Berry. I kind of wonder if Cacturne could afford to have the Bright Powder item. But anyways, they do miss the Poison Jab. Perfect. Go for the Power Trip. Hope it knocks him out. It should. It does. Perfect. Okay. They have the Rough Skin, which is awkward, but I mean, what else can you do there? And then now we just have to hope to dodge a Freeze Dry from the Iron Bundle. So let's see how this goes. I'm using Cacturne in Battle Stadium Singles. It's making me happy. If I win this game with my Cacturne, I'm gonna just be so happy. I love Cacturne. I just don't think we can afford to I think we just Power Trip. They miss. Perfect, perfect, perfect. There's a chance that we don't kill them here, though. I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating it. Ooh, is that Sash? Okay. So now what we're going to just go ahead and do is go for Trailblaze. Of course, they have to miss again. We have to hope for that. But by going for this... Oh, they Encore. Okay, that's kind of weird. Maybe that's just kind of like a last-ditch, like, okay, whatever, you know, you win. I'm just going to Encore here. I don't know. Unless... I mean, I can't think of who their last Pokemon would be where Encore would be ideal. Like, where Power Trip would be ideal there. It is Mimikyu. I don't think that matters, right? Like, they have 2 chances here anyway, right? Not only that, but Play Rough is naturally not 100% accurate. So there's a couple ways in which this goes wrong for my opponent. But I mean, this is it. This is the moment of truth. If they miss this last move, then that's game. And if they hit it, okay, wow. So we actually just got the Cacturne sweep, which is really awesome. Obviously, that's great. I'm really happy about that. Yeah, and that's how the team goes. And I know this is kind of a cheap team, but it does require a lot of setup. And if the opponent's not prepared for it, you can absolutely just kind of roll over them like this game, like we showed here. So that was a fun one. Again, I love Cacturne so much. I'm really happy I got to kind of show it off. Let's get to another one and see if we can do that again. My opponent doesn't seem to have any of the kind of bigger threats to our team. One Pokemon there that's important to take note of is that Hippowdon, though, which typically does have either Roar or Whirlwind. It's kind of the same thing. So I think this is going to be a match where we're going to want to bring Goldango, because Goldango's good as gold ability does stop either of those moves. Beyond that, so I do want to bring Gholdengo. I'm not sure I want to bring it first. I'd like to still bring Pincurchin, but this might actually be a game where we don't, because they do have like Magnezone and Hippowdon, which are awkward to lead against. So this might just be a game where we just play things out normally, although we could still bring Pincurchin and then just use the Iron Thorns to take advantage of the electric terrain. So I actually do kind of like that. And in fact, I think we're going to try that here. So the downside about Hippowdon is that they very well can go for like Stealth Rock, which is really annoying. But I think we also have to keep in mind what my opponent has in the back, which is that Flutter Mane is scary. Scizor is also pretty scary, but I mean, this is the team. Like, this is what we have on the team. Like, we don't have anything that's super excellent against Flutter Mane, but I mean, setting up all those boosts would be great against Flutter Mane, but we're not going to bring the combo here just because of the Hippowdon. That's a cute picture with the Flareon. I'm just embarrassed of my picture with Walking Wake. It reminds me of Monsters Inc., where Mike Wazowski was excited that his picture was in the paper and his face is just cut off or covered up or whatever. Okay, so they lead Flutter Mane, which is fine by me because their speed gets heightened. I think we just straight up switch right here. Yeah, I think we go into Pincurchin, and if Pincurchin dies, it's actually okay because that does give us a safe switch into the Iron Thorns, and Iron Thorns actually has an opportunity to kind of get off a lot of damage against this Flutter Mane. So we get up the Electric Surge, which kind of doesn't really, well, it's gonna matter. If they don't kill us though, we actually don't really have anything for the Flutter Mane. Yeah, typically I think I like running Sucker Punch on my Pincurchins just because it gives us some priority, lets us do a little bit of damage before going down, but I'm just gonna click Thunder Wave here. If by some miracle they don't kill me. But yeah, they do, which is unsurprising. Now we get to go into Thorns because Gholdengo's awful against Flutter Mane. And I mean, this is also letting us show off Iron Thorns, so that's another cool feature of the team. Oh, and it's shiny too. I didn't know that. That's awesome. I love that. All right, so we get that Quark Drive. That's going to boost our attack. And let's see. We know that they can switch their moves. They've got Moonblast. I think everything they have is going to hit us neutrally no matter what. So, unless they're running Energy Ball, I wonder, do I Terrastalize here? I think I just go Rock Blast. It's actually honestly, this is an awkward situation. I imagine I live a hit from this, but I'm honestly not certain I do. I'm just gonna go Rock Blast here without Terrastalizing. That could be really bad for me if my opponent has like Energy Ball. They go Substitute, which actually, if I hit this Rock Blast, this was the worst possible play my opponent could have made. Yeah, because now they're probably just dead. That was really bad for my opponent. I guess they tried to predict me to go for like Dragon Dance, but I mean, I didn't see a reason to because I was expecting them to just hit me, and pretty much all of their moves hit me for neutral damage anyway, so like, basically I was expecting any of their moves to do a lot of damage to me, so like, there was no reason for me to go for Dragon Dance because I would just be dead in 2 hits anyway, 1 or 2 hits. So that was really a questionable play on my opponent's part. That just really cost them their Flutter Mane. And now my Iron Thorns is at full health, and I still have not Terrastalized. So if they go into something like a Fighting type, for example, or a Ground type, we can just Terrastalize and just throw them off. So yeah, that was really bad for my opponent. They do go into Dragapult. Dragapult, what moves would they have? They don't have any ground type moves. They don't have any fighting type moves unless they're like Terra fighting, which I don't ever see on Dragapult. So I think we just Rock Blast again. I also don't think that they could have a Terra type. They could have Terra Steel, but I don't think there's a reason for us to Terrastalize here. I'm just going to Rock Blast again. Worst case scenario, they Terra Steel, but they just go Dragon Darts, which is fine by me because if we had Terrastalized, that wouldn't have stopped. Like, we would have taken the same amount of damage from darts. So, it's kind of like fine that we did not Terrastalize there. And is this going to get the kill? It might not. Perfect, it does. Oh, that's great. Now our last Pokemon's Gholdengo, which they do know about. Neither of us has Terrastalized, so we're going to have to see who their last Pokemon is to decide what to do. And it is going to be Magnezone. Okay. How do I like that? I guess they could be like Terra Fire? Huh. The really awkward thing is Magnezone resists all of our moves here. So is Terrain still up? I think it's gone, isn't it? Oh, it's still up. Perfect. Okay. Should be paying more attention to that, shouldn't I? I just wonder if they're going to Terrastalize. Okay, so we've shown them Rock Blast. I guess from their perspective, we possibly could have Earthquake. Okay, never mind. So I was like thinking like, okay, maybe if they think we have Earthquake, they're gonna Terra Water or something, because I think Water is a pretty common Terra type on Magnezone. So yeah, we're gonna take neutral damage from that Flash Cannon no matter what we do. And now it is Goldengo versus Magnezone in Electric Terrain. This is really bad for us. Yeah, I mean, they're going to go for an electric move anyway, so it doesn't matter if we Terrastalize or not. We actually, oh wow, I just realized this. We actually do not have, a ghost type move. I was going to say a shadow type move. So what are our options here? We spam sub until we run out terrain and then we recover. Because if we make it rain, we're not killing them and they'll probably kill us. I'm going to sub here, see what happens. We might be losing this game, but we'll see how it plays out. We also have the Salic Berry on our Goldengo, which will boost our speed once we get low enough. So that's not going to matter because we're already faster than they are. So anyways, my plan here is to sub. Honestly, I don't think this plan is going to really work for me anyway either. But my plan here is to substitute until the Electric Terrain runs out, so that their Thunderbolts are doing less damage. Then we can recover and probably live a hit. But honestly, at that point, like, I don't think we're gonna kill them with I don't think we're gonna be able to get up a Nasty Plot and then go for Make It Rain and kill them, because Magnezone's naturally bulky, and typically Magnezone is Assault Vest, so yeah, they're gonna take our Make It Rain really well. I just don't think there's a way out of this for us, which is unfortunate, but you know, we're gonna try. This should be the end of terrain. Yes, it is. So honestly, there's a chance if they're, well, we know they're not specs. I was gonna say there's a chance they could just kill us right here, but we might as well just do this because there's no reason not to. The awkward thing is we actually do not get our Salic Berry trigger. I kind of wonder if with the Salic Berry we could still outspeed them even if we get paralyzed. Okay, that just doesn't matter. They just destroy us. So we kind of look dumb for doing that. But hey, you know, it was worth a shot, I guess. Magnezone's a solid Pokemon, but that was a fun one. You know, that kind of shows we still kind of played to our outs. You know, I think it was still kind of awkward. You know, Iron Thorns is an awesome Pokemon, but unfortunately, its moves just get kind of walled by certain Pokemon, as you saw right there. So that was still a fun one, and we still got to show off a different side of the team. But, you know, things just didn't work out for us, so... All right, trying to identify threats here. I know that in his post, Can't Say said that like kind of two of the biggest threats are Terra Ground Iron Bundle and Great Tusk, two ground types. And my opponent doesn't have either of those, so from what I saw in his post, it seems like we should basically be able to beat most anything else aside from those two. So with that in mind, I kind of just like the combo. I call it a combo. I guess it is kind of a combo, right? I'm just going to keep trying to show it off. Now, as for the last Pokemon here who we want to pass our boosts to, obviously Dundazo is not great for us because of the fact that it has Unaware, so it can ignore all of our boosts. I kind of wonder if we want to bring Iron Thorns in that regard, because we can hit it really hard with a Terra Electric. Terra Electric, or sorry, a Electric Terrain boosted Wild Charge. But they also might have Terra Grass. Well, also Power Trip basically ignores, Power Trip ignores, or like Unaware doesn't care about Power Trip. I'm gonna bring it just because I love me some Cacturne and hope that this isn't as much of a train wreck as the previous game. That's a cool picture. I really need to change mine. I thought it's fun. My picture there. It's funny. Oh, cool. Sorry, I got distracted because I love how we're battling in different environments now. I love that so much. I was really hoping that we could at some point, and it's happy, or I'm happy to see that. I wonder if your trainer card has something to do with it again, like in Sword and Shield, or not. Now my opponent really smartly leads with their Iron Moth, knowing that I'm gonna probably lead with this, and they get the Quark Drive boost. So I can go Thunder Wave, or I can just Memento here. I should be able to live almost any hit from them, but the funny thing is Pincurchin is so slow, and they got the speed boost, so even if I Thunder Wave them, they're gonna still outspeed me the next turn. So I kind of wonder if I just Memento. I'm gonna Thunder Wave. I think I'd rather have my Drfiblim be faster than this Iron Moth, which will happen if I paralyze them. They are Terra Grass, which is pretty standard. I guess they expected like the Discharge or something, or just the electric type move in general. Let's see what happens here though. They go Energy Ball, which is kind of scary because it is boosted by the Terra. Okay, we do live though, because Pincurchin, I mean, it's not super bulky, but it is a little bit bulky. And then here I'm just gonna go ahead and go for the Memento, just because if they happen to get fully paralyzed, then having them paralyzed and at -2 special attack is just perfect for us. Unfortunately for us though, they do connect with the Fiery Dance, and that's gonna kill us, and it does boost their special attack. That is actually really bad for us. Yeah, let's see. I mean, we have to go Drfiblim here, and I'm gonna set up a minimize and just hope for the best here. Drfiblim does have at least a lot of HP. As far as bulk though, it's not the bulkiest thing out there. So there's some chance that we die here. Like if they have Discharge, we're gonna get obliterated. I wonder if I Terrastalize here just to simply like take a potential Discharge. We are gonna be faster than them though, which is perfect. I'm gonna Terra. I feel like it just kind of throws off a lot of what they might do. And they're probably not going to go Energy Ball against us here, so this kind of just gives us a good play. Again, if they have Discharge, this helps. Although, I think more likely they're just going to go for Fiery Dance here, so it kind of... Maybe the Terra was actually a bad choice, but like I said, if they do have Discharge, this is just better for us. We get off a Minimize here, which is pretty good. And we should live any hit from them. They do go Fiery Dance, sure. But next turn, we're just going to Minimize again. We can't survive another one. But I'm going to be at +4 evasion, and they are going to be paralyzed. So it just makes it really likely that they miss. However, if they connect any more hits, it's game over. That's kind of what you're signing up for with this team. They do miss now. Perfect. I don't know. Do I have enough? I do have enough HP to substitute. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. I do, right? Oh god, that scared me. I barely have enough. I was trying to do the math quickly in my head. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, we're playing with hacks here, so, you know. I think I need to go for that last minimize, though, because if I Baton Pass now, I mean, it's possible they just kill Cacturne, but this is really scary. Let's go minimize. All they need to do, really all they need to do is hit one more move with their Iron Moth and they win the game. So there's absolutely a lot of hacks involved here, but now we're just going to Baton Pass to Cacturne and hope that Cacturne does not get hit with a Fiery Dance, and see what happens after that. Again, because they're so fast, I'm pretty sure they're still going to be faster than Cacturne, so I think I will need to set up a sub first, which gives them 2 chances to hit me. I'm really scared. They don't hit this one. Perfect. Like I said, it's really unlikely they hit us, right? Because they're also paralyzed. I'm going to sub now. And then I think the first chance I get, I am just going to go Power Trip, because I just want this thing off the field. Although at the same time, because they're paralyzed, maybe I should be taking advantage of that. They do miss. So actually, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and Swords Dance now. Because, like, I think we typically need at least 1 Swords Dance boost to start destroying everything. Honestly, though, Iron Moth is so... Oh, the Quark Drive wears off? That can happen? Oh, wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that happens. Now it's special attack. Oh, wow. Well, I mean, they're going to kill us anyway. I'm going to Power Trip, see what it does. If this doesn't kill, though, that's actually just really awkward. But as long as we can miss another, dodge another, I mean. Oh, we're faster. That's perfect. With that knowledge, I actually wish I would have gone for the Swords Dance. I didn't know Quark Drive wears off, though. That's pretty interesting, actually. But anyways, it doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and take them down pretty easily. I mean, Iron Moth does have really low defense, so that's one big reason why, you know, we kind of just obliterated them there. But I am feeling like we might need to get up a Swords Dance to be able to take on other things on their team. But that was their first Pokemon. We really are putting it all on Cacturne to win this game for us because it's our last Pokemon. Now they go Dondozo. Okay, so now I just go Power Trip. This is scary though. Yeah, I have to just Power Trip and hope it 2-hit KOs or something, because Power Trip is still going to be really strong. The thing is that they're going to ignore our evasion boosts. Oh, that doesn't do enough. I might have to Swords Dance. Oh, we have Water Absorb and they forgot about that. Oh, that's awesome. That might be enough for us to like get back in this game. So I'm gonna Trailblaze here to get off a little bit of chip damage. If all they have is Wave Crash and Fissure, they can't touch us. Okay, they go Protect, which is definitely annoying, but eventually I'm gonna be able to blast through this Dondozo, even though they're gonna ignore our, like if we Swords Dance, like yeah, our attack boost is gonna be annoyed. Our attack boost is going to be ignored, but it's still going to add on to Power Trip's power. So Power Trip is still going to be growing in power against this Dondozo. So I'm going to Trailblaze here again, and then on the next turn probably just Swords Dance, and then from there I'll probably just spam. Power Trip. Although it'd be nice to get to +2 speed, just for whatever else comes in. But now we know. I'm pretty sure their Dondozo just cannot touch us. Their last Pokemon's Dragonite, which honestly, okay, the awesome thing about this is we actually break the multi-scale with this Trailblaze, so that's perfect. And then now this Power Trip should be able to do a lot more damage to them. Plus we're at +1 speed, which is going to help. Now they do have Rocky Helmet, which is pretty common for Dragonites these days. I'm just going to go Power Trip. I want to try to get this thing off the battlefield as soon as possible. They did already Terastallize as well, so that's important. Okay, it's going to be a 2-hit KO, but we should be able to dodge, and we did see that we are faster than them. So even if they break our sub here, does this go through sub? Oh, I guess it does, but we avoided it because of our evasion boosts. Either way, this should end the game. So that's what this team does, right? I mean, it's looking like we're gonna be winning this game, even if they extreme speed and hit, which it doesn't look like they have. If they extreme speed and break our sub, you know, we're gonna get off a Power Trip, which is gonna kill them. So I don't think there's any way they could have stopped me there. Although it looks like they were kind of the bulkier Dragonite build with Encore and stuff. But now they're going to go into Dondozo, who I suspect doesn't have any way to hit us, right? Like Fissure is going to be like 5% accuracy, right? If they have it. So I'm going to Swords Dance here, predicting the Protect, but also just to make sure my Power Trip does a lot more damage. They actually don't Protect though. So I wonder what else they'll have here. No way, they go Fissure? They hit that? What is... Wait! Oh. It just breaks my sub, right? Oh my god, this is a wild ride. It says it's a one-hit KO. I thought it was gonna one-hit KO me through the sub. I get to sub again though. I think we're gonna be fine. I'm not certain we're gonna be fine. Okay, if we lose this game because our +6 evasion Cacturne gets hit by 2 fissures or 3 fissures in a row, you know, I guess GG to my opponent, right? They're fighting hacks with hacks. Is there any other way to do it? I think I just Power Trip. This should be a 2-hit KO at this point. Yeah, they canceled the battle. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Man, that's funny. That's so funny. That was fun stuff. All right, well, yeah, so that's the team. Hope you enjoyed, everyone. I thought it was really fun. And it's something very different, right? Especially since, you know, we had one season of the Paradox Pokemon. We're all kind of used to them by now. I mean, it's still a lot of fun. I'm still enjoying this rule set, but, you know, we kind of know what's good and what's not anymore. But obviously, you can still win with a team like this. And I think, I kind of wonder if this team is going to be good for helping you grind through the ranks, because it you know, it's something that's unexpected. Not a lot of people are going to be prepared for it, and you can kind of just, I think you can probably just easily just kind of destroy people, you know, going through like Great Ball and Ultra Ball tier. Probably get a lot of people really frustrated, really mad at you, but you know, that's how the team goes. I think this team is really cool. Like I said, any chance I get to use Pokemon like Cacturne, who I love, and just other Pokemon that you don't typically see, that makes me happy. So let me know what you thought of the team. Let me know if you're going to try it out yourself. I do have the team code there for you. I will also post a link to his post, his detailed write-up in the description, so you can kind of check out his thought process for building the team and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll talk to you next time.